like she said, this meeting is being recorded. So welcome everybody to the newest, awesomest. Most of the faces I see at this very moment have been with me for a while. A few new people that just have no idea what they've gotten themselves into. And what's really awesome is those of you that have been with me for a while and part of you thinks you know what you got yourself into. No, you don't. No, you don't. You better breathe deep and tune in. All right, so I'm going to do something very unusual today. Holy shit. What? He's going to do something unusual for him? Oh my God. So, as you know, I'm always very official and professional and formal. So I want to follow in the trend and the tradition of that. Not at all. And I'm going to do something very unusual. Here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a super short, kind of sort of pre-orientation today. And I have a couple reasons for this. Next week, we're going to do our official, full, and complete orientation session. And just to be, don't worry, this will be painless and simple for everybody. Here's the deal. I want to cover the basics in a really easy, simple way for everybody today so that we don't have 2 or 3 or 4 more weeks of redoing that. Second, I have a lot of people that are going to be joining this program over the course of the next week. So doing the full orientation session next week will just make more sense. I have something to share today that is going to be more valuable to those of you who are present to it. What I'm going to give you today will be more valuable to you who are present to it than you paid for this program. Because that's how we roll around here. It will be a life-changing, mind-blowing, holy shit, what did I just see? Thing that I'm going to give you today. Deal? You cool with that? Okay. Some of you.
Hello?
Hello. Who that?
It's Mariah. Hi,
Oh, hey.
Brian.
All right. Let me mute
You know, I'm hearing something in the background. Is everybody else hearing that too? Somebody might not be muted.
I realize. All right. I'm going to hit the mute all and then we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Muting everybody but myself. All right. So a few of you have actually seen what I'm going to give you. And I'll bet you $1 billion you didn't see it. Like you could and like you will today. All right. So I want to do the basic housekeeping setup, familiarizing this to get everybody on the same page now. Knowing me, it's going to be 10 minutes or an hour. I don't know. It is not going to be a full session today, though. Then I'm going to give you this gift, and I'm going to recommend that you do the gift today as if it was our orientation. You came here, right? You showed up, made time for it. So be there. Give it 1,000% attention and presence. Then over the course of the next week, everybody joining the program will be able to get in. They'll be able to watch this session and the gift and get on the same page. All right. So let's do our kind of traditional housekeeping-y kind of stuff here. Number 1, 100% presence every single session. No note-taking whatsoever. If you want to take notes, always take them when you watch the replay. Always watch the replay. Okay. Those of you who are actually getting what you have found. And I'm not leaving anybody out if I don't say your name. I'm just going to say a few names. Jill, Rosemary, Barbara, Andrea, for God's sake. Those of you that are really, 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 really playing full out with this, you're like, okay, I know I have found the real shit here. There ain't nobody worshiping Brian. There ain't no cult. We don't have peer pressure or any of that bullshit. It's just, this is the real deal. And this, every time I apply any of it, it works, right? Those of you who often watch the sessions, the replays 5 or more times, honestly raise your hand. Those of you that have been in previous programs and you often watch the replays 5 or more times. So all you new people, either these fuckers are crazy or there is something to this. All right, thank you for raising your hand, everybody. I'll really make note of that. You are never going to be on a session with me live, breathing. You're never going to see the whole session one time. It's never going to happen. You're going to come back and you're going to watch it again. And then the third time you're watching, you're like, when did I don't remember him saying that. I didn't hear that. Especially if I'm working with somebody, the more times you watch. And I'm going to say something that some of you could potentially, possibly, maybe think. I don't know. You might think that this is a little bit cocky of me or, you know, conceited or braggadocious. I don't care. I'm just saying every day I become more and more aware of the next level. Ain't nothing like this power and magic of what's going on here. But that's me. So I know that's available for you. If you pay attention and you watch the session with full presence, the you that will come back and watch the replay won't be the same person because you watched the session. Now, Brian, isn't that true that if I go take a crap afterwards, I'm not the same person? I'm like, you know, half a pound lighter. That's true. We're talking about extent of difference here. Okay? The extent of difference. How much you have allowed yourself to evolve and open and change in the last year, and the potential for you to decide to allow yourself to change that much or many multiples more in an hour, starting now. Oh yeah. What you've been getting ain't got nothing to do with what you're going to be getting. Unless, of course, you cling like you have been. I don't blame you. I understand. So there's a couple personality types. I don't think I've ever talked about this. Holy shit, something new. Oh my God. You know, we all know someone like this. Some of us used to be someone like this. Oh, that's just how I am. Don't try to change me. And then there's open and curious. Well, if you plot those 2 points out on a curve, right? Here's a continuum. That's just how I am. And open and curious, I'm way the fuck over there. Because every day I release more not me than most people release in a lifetime. It's a choice that I made. My life sucked so miserably, horribly, nastily, oh shit, kill me now-ishly, that I realized, man, what I'm doing ain't working. What I believe is me ain't working. Infinite, unlimited possibilities. Anything and everything can change utterly, totally, and completely in an instant. Oh. So I'm going to make a few clear recommendations right now. And one is going to be that you go through the announcement post, and you can find that cleverly by going into the group and clicking on announcement up at the top left. That'll make it easy. You click that and you will always find the announcement post. In that announcement post, there is a bunch of links, a bunch of them. Oh God, how will I ever get through all this? Oh, one at a time, I guess. That's how I would do it. I don't know. And those of you old timers, oh, this is the same post as all the other. No, it's not. There's some new stuff in there, and I recommend that you make the time, take the time, and you get into it. I've put a couple of things in there that you are probably not going to enjoy watching. And one of them is The Century of the Self, which if you've watched it recently, watch it again. If you haven't watched it, watch it twice. Breathe deep, be totally present, because it's not made like jump cut, fun, sexy TV and all the YouTube videos with the quick cuts and the humorous interludes. No, this is deep shit. You're gonna have to sit there deep in presence in order to watch it. And I'll tell you right now that The Century of the Self is one you could watch 20 times. And you'll absolutely positively, not because it's funny and fascinating and full of awesomeness like what I do, but it's just so rich and it's so not fun to watch unless you want the truth. And I've added something to it. Don't worry if you don't live in the United States. Neither do I. I'm in Hawaii. It's called All Americans Must Watch: The Suppressed History of America. Highly recommend that you watch it. And there's about 400 hours worth of content squished into 54 minutes. The picture that will give you, especially the part about education. Okay? When you want to go from where you've been to where you prefer to be, sometimes along the way, it's helpful to have a glance in the rearview mirror. When you want to effectively and efficiently get from where you've been for long and damn enough for most of us, when you want to go from where you've been to where you prefer to be, sometimes a glance in the rearview mirror can be very helpful. At this moment, those videos, The Century of the South and The Suppressed American History, are two of the most potent, packed, fruitful, clear, concise, and yet comprehensive pieces that of glancing the rearview mirror that you could do. Didn't know I knew that many C words, did you? So anyway, I'm going to keep having fun. I don't apologize. Just, deal with it or get out of the program. Now, I got a few more things I want to share. And one of the things I want to share that I'm really excited about, I've already had the first person, and you know who you are, join this program and pay the $2,000 in full, even though this is a pay what you can program. I have one person who fully and completely listened to what I said. Now, those of you that paid less than that, don't feel bad. You might have literally paid in that moment what you could. Just hear me this time. And I might not say it 22 times over the course of this program. You're the universe. Well, I'm going to say that more than 20 times, but the rest of this I might not say. You're the universe. You don't have the ability to afford or not afford anything. That is part of your absolutely, utterly crazy, insane delusion. What you can afford. You bought that shit hook, line, and stinker, and you have been living it ever since. And you look at your bank account and you have evidence. Or so you think. The person who paid that $2,000 in all probability will get way more out of this program than those who paid less, but not necessarily, because that person, their present moment money on hand ability to pay $2,000 might have been easier for them than the person whose present moment ability to make a $250 payment. You follow what I'm saying? That $250 might have been way more to the person that paid it than that $2,000 was to that person. If you don't honor me, And if you don't honor this program by honoring yourself, fuck it, I paid $200. I don't, you know. Why are you here? Just go fishing. Watch Family Guy during session time. Why are you going to be in here? This course, this program is for people who want to step into their infinite selves and dissolve the illusion of problems. If that's not you, please exit immediately. And right now, this moment is your one opportunity to get a refund. I ain't playing that refund bullshit on a pay what you can program. Okay, do I need to explain that? I'm not going to, but does anybody need it? This is like, do it if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, go join one of those law of attraction programs. Raise your vibration for a few more months. Let me know how that works out for you. Was that smart ass on my part? Was that smart? I hope that wasn't smart ass. I don't actually care if that was smart ass or not. I'm saying it because I love you and I care about you. My selfish intention is at the end of this program, I have a 100% not satisfaction among everybody in the group, 100% ecstatisfaction. I just made that shit up, by the way. I'm so clever. Deal? Part of it's going to be you're going to have money show up tomorrow or the next day or the next day. And you're either going to cling to it in fear like you always have. And the universe is going to go, oh, that's how we do money? I think one or two of you heard me, actually. I don't have to explain that. You actually, wait, wait, that's what I've been doing? Fuck, you mean every time I pay a bill, oh shit, am I going to have it? Every time I do that, I'm literally programming my financial universe? Yeah. Even Dev just said, check her out, y'all. She's like, yeah, I'm taking advantage. I'm in the pyramid every chance I could possibly be, soaking up the session from the pyramid. All right. Go through those links. Watch those things. Invest appropriately to what you want to receive from this. When you come on the session, be on time. I'm going to be on time. Has anyone here noticed that Mr. Lackadaisical is on time for the sessions almost every time? I don't know what's up with that, but I do it. However, I usually start about 7 minutes late. So somebody says, oh, well, I can just show up 7 minutes late. No, be on. You don't know what kind of magic is going to happen. Get on the call. Get on video. Unless you're walking, like rushing with your phone and you want to be on the session, don't be on video because then we're all going to be, we don't need that, okay? And as quickly as you can, get to your quiet sitting place. If you've got a phone or a tablet, stand the fucker up, okay? No. I got to keep the camera up because I don't have pants on. Be careful with that. I'm serious. Oops. Oh, Dev said for me not to tell you guys that. I take that back. Of course I have pants on. Maybe. Come on. Check your microphone with everybody. Hi, everybody. And then mute yourself. And then sit still, moving into presence. Straight spine. Don't come on to sessions leaning back in a recliner. Don't come on sessions sitting on your bed with your butt sunk down and your knees up high, sinking into the mattress. You want a cushion under your butt. You want your butt a little bit higher if possible than your knees. And if you can do full lotus, you go for it. Otherwise, I recommend floor sitting with a cushion. Chairs and couches are one of the most destructive inventions for the human body ever. But don't fault yourself. Everybody's been fucking sitting in chairs. Don't beat yourself up. Just after the session, go burn all your furniture and get some floor cushions and start taking care of your legs and your spine and your circulatory system. Because sitting on a chair and sitting on the biggest veins and arteries in your body, which run through your butt and your thighs, is ridiculously stupid and inexcusably crazy. I often wonder, was there a conspiracy? All the future cardiologists and circulatory system experts got together, went back in the past, and invented chairs. I don't know, but it's possible. It's possible. Don't think they couldn't. We're having fun already. Look at you guys smiling. I recommend floor sitting where possible. And if you find it really difficult to sit on the floor, all the more reason to get your flexibility back. Get you a couple of cushions. I would show you mine, but I don't have pants on. And then sit on a cushion on the floor. Get your butt a little higher than your knees, which actually will help you to put your spine like this. Straight spine and deep breath. You will get so much more out of every session and out of life. All right? And then after you check your mic, mute and be ready. This program will be deeper than anything you've ever done in your life, including those of you who just did Level 5 Liberation 2.0 with me in the last Thursday. This will be deeper. I live on the nose of the rocket, on the tip of the nose of the rocket of awesomeness, flying into infinity with the infinite light burning away everything that isn't me. And I invite you to the tip of the rocket. There's room for everybody. And because I live on the tip of that rocket with everything that ain't me burning away by the moment, the information that I'm going to be bringing to you in this course will be far beyond what was in the last course. Brian, I mean, how high can it really go? Baby, there ain't no ceiling on the awesomeness. Have any of you ever found yourself emotionally in hell for a minute or more in your life? Anybody here ever gone through emotional hell? Okay. I was like, oh, I'll kick somebody out. If somebody don't raise their hand on a question like that, I'll just kick you out of the damn course. Okay? You have, right? And when I say emotional hell, it's like kill me now, right? It's like, oh, this is not fun. We can all put on our spiritual fuck smiles and put on our beads and namaste each other like we got our shit together. So if you think about the lowest low that you ever reached, I have good news. It could have gotten infinitely worse. While you were there dying and grinding and suffering, somebody could have been raping you with a cactus or beating you with leather with nails in it for hours or days while making you watch SpongeBob. With the volume turned up loud. For days. My point is, there is no floor on how deep hell can go for those who choose it. There is no floor. Ugh. And there is no ceiling on heaven and how high you can go. And it just keeps going. So for those of you who have any trace of a speck of a smidgen of skepticism, oh, Brian, it can't be that much better than the last course. Oh, you just wait. You better be breathing deep or it's going to go right past you. I'm just breathing and checking in. I would like to cover all the stuff that I would like to cover. I want to make sure that I get it. We're going to have the major orientation next week, so nothing's going to be lost. All right, I'll start on what I'm about to give to you, and then maybe last few little nuggets will come through. I did not come to this with a list of notes. I do recommend that you get a journal. And if you already have a journal, yay, make sure you got plenty of room in it because you are going to be doing some journaling. You want to start now keeping your journal. Like they have this new surgery where you can have Velcro attached to one of your hips and then put the other half of the Velcro on your journal and just go through life with that. You wake up in the middle of the night, you want to be able to grab your journal. Every session, have your journal sitting right beside you, which of course you don't touch because we're not taking notes on the session. We're taking notes when? On the replay, Brian. We're doing good here. All right, now, I think that might be the last thing. So let's talk about what I'm going to give you. It was either about 15 minutes ago or 9 months ago. I don't understand time very well, but it was like somewhere not now. And it seemed to me like before now. I did a session with somebody who, we're all creating our reality, right? And as soon as you say, yeah, I'm going to say, you're lying because you ain't been living. You love to say we're creating our reality. But watch. By the end of what I'm about to give you, hell, way before the end of what I'm about to give you, you're going to be seeing how you're creating your reality in a whole new way like you ain't never seen. And it's going to be very empowering for you, very liberating for you, very enlightening for you. Well, of course, that's going to be if you're sitting straight with your spine straight, breathing deep, and totally present to every single word that happens. So I did this session with someone, and that session ended up being, it's kind of like you could say the epitome of the most radical evidence that we're creating our reality. And that one of the themes of what I do, Elaine, one of the themes of what I do is I help you to see that you're not just creating your reality, you're creating your reality out of everything you think and believe that you know, the vast majority of which is hidden from you by you in your unconscious, much of which is tangled up with unpleasant emotions that you don't want to feel. And those things project out into what you call your life, which you believe is real, in the universe that you believe is real. And so much of what you're experiencing that you don't want is actually the projection and the reflection of your frozen emotions that you're doing everything you can do to not feel, projecting out into what you call life events. Yeah, that's not a totally new concept for all of us. Some of us have heard something about that before. But let's be honest, who among us believes 24/7 and is present 24/7 to the fact, oh, it's me creating this? Most of the time we're fighting against it, faulting it, fighting against it, or saying fuck it. But none of those make it go away. Often they make it worse. So what I'm recommending highly and strongly, some of you will be like, oh, we get out of class because the teacher's leaving early. Why would you do that to yourself? I'm going to give you this session from the last Freedom 7 program that I did. Freedom 7-7. Watching this session by itself, if you give it full presence, you will get more than you paid for this whole program. Do you accept the possibility of that? Do you really? If you don't, please don't ever nod your head, because you're not going to do anything by bowing to peer pressure that doesn't exist in this group. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a post right now. We're going to end this call. I'm going to create a post. I'm going to put that session in, and I'm going to recommend that you immediately click that link, shut the door, fill up your water, take your pee, hit play, and let everybody around you know I don't exist for the next little while. Don't interrupt me. As if you were on live with me. Now, I purchased this little bit of software from the NSA, and I do have the ability to peek in through your webcam on your laptop or phone to make sure that you're not twittering or swiping on fucking Tinder while you're watching this session. I have another piece of software that lets me administer small electric jolts at specific places on your body if I see such evidence. And I'm not afraid to use it. Got it? Got it? All right, just for fun, remembering that the big orientation session is next week, probably going to go 3 hours because I'm crazy like that. Does anyone have a pressing question right now? Anybody got a pressing question or a depressing question? Anybody got a question that really you wanted to use, like, oh my God, if I get this answered right now? Really? All right, so y'all are ready for this session, right? You ready to be more freer than you've been? Are you going to play full out and watch this session like as if I was in the room with you, and you're going to get the gift that you're being given? Some of you are, some of you are not. Okay. All right. I love you. You're perfect. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing ever been wrong with you. Nothing can be wrong with you. That is a lie and an illusion that you created so that you could suffer until you met me and I reminded you, and you've done a great job. Nothing wrong with you, never been anything wrong with you. You're perfect by definition, and all those things that you think are bad about you, you simply created those as aspects of yourself so that you could learn to love the seemingly unlovable, thereby discovering that there's only love here. Watching the replay, you're going to want to stop and listen to that 15 times till you hear what I actually said. I love you, and I'll post that link in just a moment, and this will be in the group as soon as it's done rendering. I won't wait for that. I'm going to put that in right now. Aloha.